you get your 12 zodiacs. Okay. So the cycle is 3, 6, 9, 3. 3 through 12 represents that 4 quarters dealing with the cycle. Okay. So look, dealing with this butterfly effect, this is where we at. Right here. New Year's isn't till April 1st on April Fools. Okay. I'm only saying April 1st is April Fools because of a 3, 6, 9, 3 type of thing. Okay. When you get to 9, you have September, but then you have October, November, December. That 12, since there's no number greater than 9, that 12 is actually a 3. Okay. Which supposed to be the rebirth phase. Okay. So October, November, December is the rebirth phase before it goes into January. But the months isn't lined up how they're supposed to be if you're going off of this. It's going to line up to make more sense because they do 3 months ahead or to reevaluate and shit. It's called a hedging method, right? Look up hedging method and then listen to what I'm talking about. And just pay attention to what's going around the world, like how it be set up to see how much already be. You feel me? They just trying to see for themselves. This is a global consciousness project. You have to realize that. They can't put all of us in one fucking lab. This is the lab, okay? So just outside is the lab. In school, when he spliced and diced the cells and grafted these beans, the only light that was splicing and dicing like lasers is the sun, because that's what happens. It caused cellular subdivision, which is the medical definition of variant, okay? And that 3 or that 3 can be produced as a variant, meaning nothing changes. The definition of variant is part of the Knight Templar secrets. Reason why they named this shit, they named, they have to tell you. It's just you have to define the code. Why do you think they use these names? They're not using these names for no school. When they tell you if you want to name something, name your story, a book, or movies or story, like, you feel me? The name is supposed to represent the whole thing that's going on, right? That time, just like the new chapter. So got a name by the chapter. So it's be hard. It's not hard to explain. It's just I can explain one thing, but it's dealing with 4 things at once because what represents a whole 4 quarters. Okay, just like your money and the currency. Okay, so this April is January. Okay, October is really July. Reason why the Lionsgate, Rashad Jamal explained the Lionsgate better than anyone that I ever heard. And if anyone's hating on him, I don't think y'all never even listened to what he was saying. I think y'all paying attention to everything around. Either way, motherfucker, somebody, everybody's not there to deceive you. Even if they was to myself, right? Works, none of that shit. But even that, I feel like Saturn got something to do with this year because of the hex and knowing that we're in the 6th cycle. We're dealing with 5D though, but we're now every time this settles. Say this is the 6th cycle, right? This is the 6th cycle. it has a timeline around this bitch, right? So as the timeline reveals, the light reveals itself to the DNA. People has been revealing this timeline, or what you call revelations, revealing the timeline, not even knowing you're on the timeline. You feel me? But you've been revealing this shit this whole time. But you've been revealing this shit this whole time, y'all. This is when that shit gets a little weird because it's like it's a good thing, but also it's like they're watching us, bro. This is some watcher shit, bro. But look, y'all, we here with it. So you got these four phases. It denotes a higher energy. So 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle, 90-degree angle. That 4 times 90 is 360. As it goes up, it goes into a higher state. As it goes around, it goes into a higher state. So let's say, boom, 360 goes around 720. 720, getting close to that pineal shit, hitting all your chakras as it was rising. It was hitting all your chakras, trying to tune you in. You feel me? So as it's hitting all your chakras, now where are we at? We are here. Well, this was last year. We're like right here with these clouds. They've been trying to keep us right in here. Cause if y'all notice, everybody was talking about a Mandela effect, and none of my videos was barely getting viewed, and it wasn't by these people neither. If it was, they just not showing everything on camera, bro. Cause when I got approved, well, let me put this on mute real quick, so y'all don't gotta. I don't know if y'all got on headphones, whatever. But yeah, let me put this on mute. All right, now that that's over with. Okay, so I told y'all what happened 2020, right? 2017 when I saw it through the wall. This was the total eclipse. If you remember what I've been telling you about these triangles and what they mean, they also got some meanings ties to like slavery and some more shit dealing with the different colors. I really wasn't on that shit when I chose the symbol. I was more on the shape, the symbol, not the color. Okay? Because if anything, I would make the upside down one purple and this one red, which I should do because that would make even more sense. Okay? So, what I was about to say, okay. This symbol, the triangle, right? We're going to start with the downward. No, we're going to start with this. The triangle, equilateral triangle, is represented by the fourth letter, which represents capital D. So when you see capital D, you need to define that capital D in different terms, y'all. Okay, now okay, cool. The fourth dense, but one, two, take 3 years to form that trinity. Okay, next 3 years it starts some light to where I could see through darkness. Okay, I was staring into darkness so I could go to sleep, but I wasn't asleep yet. Okay, and I saw through a wall, saw my homie girlfriend put the key inside the lock and turned the lock and opened the door, turned the light on, and she saw my face in shock. And when I tried to tell her what happened, she was like, I was like, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. And she was like, all right, and don't tell me. She went to her room. I really doubt anyone believe me, anyways. So the more I tell, because if if someone told me they saw through a wall, I know that shit would sound crazy. But you could tell if someone believes you because of how they look at you afterwards. Okay, man, I don't really give a fuck at this point. It's just I'm trying to warn y'all because the thing is that cross, right? That X dealing with the solar eclipse was 2017, the 2024. Yes, is representing the parallels crossing. Okay, because that's low key and right here. 2020 thing about 4, 5, 6, three cubes. Okay, three cubes, right? With 12 faces. That equals 36, right? Which represents a whole energy. But 4, 5, 6, dealing playing the game CeeLo. CeeLo, a C in Greek is gamma. So C, right? C like I, C, AN, 2C, Omicron, 2, right? Fucking around. C equals gamma, right? And gamma, the gamma wave on a hertz is the 72, which represents the pole shift, which is going on right now, right? The pole shift really going to Gemini because science and how you peep the reflection and peep how you, if you peep the reflection by peeping cycle, you realize it's talking about your DNA. So then you start looking yourself. Used for super soul. Alright, so the upside down triangle, they don't tell you this, but that it means the UV coming off the light, because that denotes energy, which denotes a higher state. Reason why this pole shift going on, your state of matter is supposed to be changing into a higher state. Reason why you need to be fasting, or it can end up being muscle contractions and you feel me, look like drug overdoses. As you see, it's been going on around the world because the more energy you're channeling in, absorbing, is trying to reproduce your cells to have a higher reproduction of growth. Because when you have a reproduction of growth, no type of disease or anything can even live in you. And the more cells, which is your frequency, those cells actually convert into light and convert your body into light. So now you will become a light body being. You feel me? They don't want that shit happening. Period. I already seen it happen off of my glow, and it had people stopping in the middle of the road in the highway. No lie. And I'm looking at myself in the mirror, just smiling away. No sunroof, none of that, just smiling away. So like, I'm gonna show y'all where we at, cause it's a cross with this total solar eclipse, but that cross is really an X. You put a cross at a tilt, it really represents the X. It also represents a cube, cause if you was trying to make a cube, when you, like with a piece of paper or something, when you put that cube on a flat surface, it's going to be a cross, okay? So the cross represents the X, okay? But it also represents two parallels crossing, okay? That's why when you look at the Gemini symbol, or how most of them are called messengers, right? Like Hermes, is because you can connect above and below. Reason why a lot of people don't like Geminis. Because really, our anxiety comes from not listening to ourself, our inner self, because we be knowing what the fuck going on the whole time. So when you don't listen to yourself, it comes as a reaction, a certain reaction that might not be cool. But that's anybody because the 12 zodiacs supposed to represent you. There's no division. It's just people divided energy, pretty much divided everything. so you wouldn't see the connectivities. It's really only four signs. It's supposed to be four elements that activates the plasma, dealing with the plasma. But you have 12 signs. You have three signs that represents one element. That's three signs, meaning that's a trinity to each one. So when I showed y'all that air science, it pretty much show you how air towers work. Aquarius is the charge, Libra is the poles, left to right, and Gemini is like the pyramid energy. It was like it connects above and below. You look at those parentheses, it's pulling energy from above, and the parenthesis below is pulling energy from the ground level, because the ground and the UV is denoting energy. Just like to you, you're the X. That's why for anything they need to work is a replica of you. It can only work if it's growing off of your growth. It needs your it needs your energy to even grow. So that's why I say I need to get back on fasting. Cause when I tell y'all it's gonna be hot, if you don't realize that cold is fake and you need heat to generate cold, and these clouds is the ones that's generating cold and getting people sick, because it eliminates the charge in the air. Nature is the output to your input. It's just like music, bro. To understand anything that's going on, music, music, understanding frequencies and stuff, think music, okay? Because it's inputs and outputs, okay? It's inputs and outputs. And you're the centerpiece dealing with that light and darkness, okay? So when you peep the solar eclipse, it has that X, it crosses, okay? I say that's representing parallels, definitely crossing, because two lines that are crossed, they join together. But when two lines separate and become parallel because of a pole shift, it actually connects above and below. Reason why I say we going back to Gemini from symbolism, not all that extra shit that people put on top of it, from division. We're not dividing nothing no more, okay? Unless we're trying to figure out pieces to the puzzle. That's the only time you divide. It becomes pieces of a puzzle. Just like the 12 houses of Judah. It's pieces of a puzzle. That 12 is really a 3, so it goes back to a trinity. The Holy Trinity, you. You feel me? You can't get caught up in bullshit. There's no number greater than 9. It just repeats. Just like cycles, right? It repeats. Everything is a replica of a cycle, literally. Thing. We all been here before. That's why there's a so-called timeline with different times we were here. Most likely tying to 4. You got your Egyptians, you got your Indians, all more tribals, just look at different phases, probably more than that. But from what they've been told from this 3,600 years or this 400 years, however you want to say it, all it is the angstrom. It's like when you put a 10 to the ninth power, this is all measurements. All right, so look, this 456 is where we at. That 456 activates when you gambling and you play with 3 cubes, right? That's called CeeLo. It's 12 faces on each cube. Those are 3 crosses. Ooh, I never said that in my life. I never said that in my life. Oh shit. Okay, look. My body just glued. Look. Oh my goodness. That's 3 crosses. Oh yeah. The 3 cubes tying the CeeLo, right? Gambling. You shoot dice. You have to hit 4, 5, 6. I mean, you don't have to. Really, you just have to hit the winning point. You feel me? Or the higher point. But if you hit 4, 5, 6, you taking everybody bank. 4, 5, 6 wins it all every time. It's a direct hit. 4, 5, 6. is literally the 50%. It could be 2 out of 3, but I say it's a 12-year cycle, okay? Because the 9 still needs a rebirth for the 9 to even settle, okay? It has a, well, it has a, no, the 9 needs a rebirth so it can go into a higher state. You feel me? It has to go into a higher state. That's what we're going through. So, say this is the 6, right? Well, I have this. The 6 timeline ties to the 1890s going to 2160. This is when your 7-year prophecy comes to life. Cause I hopped on James Kaufman's show one time. It got deleted. He fucks with me heavy, but he know a lot of shit I can't be saying on his channel. But the video got deleted, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, you're freaking right." So he might be fasting right now, cause I haven't been hearing him talking about anything with heart problems and all of that, cause he was definitely going through it, and I was the one telling him, fruit juice, fruit juice, fruit juice. You feel me? He's still eating big ass steaks and shit, but that's what I was telling him. All right. So dealing with the 6 ether cycle, or in other words, the 6D. I'm gonna say 6 ether for the physical cycles. The 6th dimension may be tied to more mental. I'm gonna just say physical because there's physical, mental, spiritual, Trinity. Okay? From the physical, your mental connects you to your spirituality, to a higher state. So look, let's get let's get it. So the 6 ether cycle, 1890s. So if I don't know if anyone's looking, what has people been revealing since last year? 1890s to where we at right now to, right? When the D and these this is represents as years, right? But on the measurement, you have to remember what time is. Time is a measurement of quantum energy cycles. Okay? So it's a measurement of time. But time is a measurement of energy. So this is a measurement of energy. So the hertz that's coming off the sun is tuning us. And that ties back to the 3,600 years of Nibiru being here. No, they've been there. It's just the dome breaking. So we being introduced to a new light. The more we